Has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And no return on this one. Singletary with his first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Cameron Jordan. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40 for a Buffalo Bill.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Coming to you, coming to you. You got 56, 56. You got time right there. What's 20?
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jordan made the tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Johnson on the return. And out of bounds across the 15. Yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Locke working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Jordan Berry to play.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Good for a Buffalo.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tackled at the 20.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Allen off the play fake. Buying time to his left. He's going to Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Locke. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
On play action, Locke. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Locke. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Complete.
A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's James returning and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On the tackle.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend.
At the 27-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, on for the point after.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
23-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Locke. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down. Third.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
36, 30.
Operating from the gun. Block. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Chase Claypool.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Safe. He's checking. Crash.
On the counter, Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Lock. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
It's 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Jordan Berry.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Flushed out right. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Steven Nelson.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They go right back to Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
27-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 27 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Bills 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Clock now on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Locke eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Locke flush to his right. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To Michelle on the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check, 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 check. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Mario Addison in on the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bills' 36-yard
line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Again, they run with Gurley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch.
It's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Allen escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Allen now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he finds Beasley complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.